starting a new segment called Friday Rants, and this is my first one. Friday Rant. I am so tired of these contractors on these contractor pages bitching and crying because they just got screwed by a hauler who came and quoted them $200 for a 15-yard and didn't show up, or came and then wanted more money. Prime example this morning. There's this post of this guy who hires a contractor, or who hires a hauler, a trash hauler, with a 15-yard trailer to come and not only haul the trash, but to load the trash as well. An entire house of construction debris. Again, this is a contractor who charges a client tens of thousands of dollars, I'm sure, to do the work, and then hires this hauler and supposedly agrees on $1,200 for 7 hauls, and then is surprised when the guy does the first load and demands $600 for the first load, and then another $600 for a second load. Supposedly he only paid him $500 for the second load, held back $100 in order to make sure the guy comes back a third time and finishes the job. Well, the guy didn't come back. He did 2 loads for $1,100. And this guy's crying and bitching, saying that he got screwed, or the contractor's crying and bitching that he got screwed because this trash hauler loaded and dumped 2 15 yards for $1,100. Bro. And then you've got all these comments from people like, hey, why didn't you call me? You know me. Dude, like, we've worked together. Why didn't you call me? You should have gave me a ring. You know we're always dependable. You know we're always there. Well, it's probably because if you've done work for him in the past, you probably charged a regular, I would imagine, hopefully, a regular rate, and he wanted to go for the cheapest bottom feeder price possible. And obviously, I'm thinking there was some sort of miscommunication there, because the guy shows up and says, hey, I need $600. I'm not doing this for $1,200 for the whole house. So, man, these contractors, though, if you're, and then you got these other contractors, you know, sitting there, oh, it's just trash hauling. Like, it's not. First, the disrespect that we get in the construction industry is our own fault, to be honest with you, because we don't set the level of standards high ourselves. I think a lot of us don't. By our shitty equipment that we run, a lot of guys just hauling with, you know, trailers and some beat up trucks. I'm not gonna lie, I started that way, but I still charge a respectable rate. I always had insurance on my trucks, you know. But when you move on and you're a contractor and you're doing a big professional job, you know, let's have a little bit of self-respect for, you know, the contractors that you hire under you, or the subs that you hire under you, and actually hire a company that has reviews, that's a legitimate company, that has insurance, that has overhead a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like a legitimate company. A lot of us are out here trying to struggle. We're all feeding each other work at the end of the day. The money just circulates, right? You know, I don't know, if you're literally trying to get, that's under $200 a load, loaded for a 15-yard trailer. How insane is that? I saw another post the other day, you know, $200 for the same thing, but $200 loaded for 15-yard, first come, first serve. Who wants a job? First of all, I'm not even getting out of bed for $200. Like, for real. Like, that may sound cocky to some of you, but let's be honest, right? I mean, we've got fuel. I've got over $5,000 of truck payments that I got to make. Okay, I've got insurance. I've got 30 plus cans. I've got a yard that I've got to pay for. You know, my expenses are big. You're not going to get me to waste my time for a $200 job, and then you want me to load it for you too? You're insane. And unfortunately, you see those comments, and you see all these little, you know, all these people commenting like, oh, I'll be there, I got you. Have a little bit of self-dignity, a little bit of self-respect. Even if you have a truck and a cargo trailer and you're doing this as a side hustle, $200, you're going to spend, you know, at least 1 to 2 tons at the landfill. Especially around here, you're looking at about $45 to $50 a ton. That's $100. almost that you're going to spend in the dump fees alone, unless you just dump it on the side of the road, like a lot of these guys end up doing. It's those guys that do it real cheap, and then they don't realize how much they got to pay. They just end up dumping it on the side of the road, and then next thing you know, we have, you know, all kinds of trash on the side of the road, on the side of the freeways, and who knows what. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's mind-boggling. We have to have a little bit more self-respect. We have to have a little bit more dignity in our business, in our industry, and hold higher standards, hold each other to higher standards. If you see somebody doing this kind of stuff, you probably should reach out to them, be like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, the average price for a 15-yard around here is $350 to $450 loaded. Not even loaded, unloaded. I mean, with them loading it, okay? Then you want to add on there, you know, your labor, 20, 25 bucks an hour, 30 bucks an hour, whatever your labor rate should be. If you're doing it yourself, fine. You want to eat the labor costs, okay. But at least charge a respectable rate for your fuel, your time, your truck, your trailer, and the dump fees. It is what it is. And then you got these contractors who are bitching and crying, acting like the victim. Homie, listen, you are no victim, okay? You tried to take somebody for 7 loads for $1,200. You are no victim. You can save your crying and go call your mom. Maybe she'll feel bad for you. I don't feel for you whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it's people like you I would never want to do business with, because you don't value what I do. So go find yourself somebody who will do it, and then you'll be screwed every other time. But listen, it's common sense. I mean, it just does not make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars. And if it doesn't make dollars, it ain't worth doing. So that is my Friday rant. I hope y'all agree. I mean, let's start a conversation. Let's talk about it in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. Am I being the bitch? Am I being taking this a little too far? This kind of stuff really makes my blood boil, and I think we need to talk about it. You know. And yeah, I mean, every market's going to have the bottom feeders. That's in every industry, in every market, in everything. But when you have a legitimate contractor who deems himself as a professional, a corporation, a business, to do this, to try and take advantage of somebody like us, and then wants our pity, nah, you can save it. I like these Friday rants. This might be a new thing. So let me know in the comments if you guys like this kind of video. Let's talk about it. Let me know. I'm also going to screenshot hopefully some of the posts so you guys can see my response. But as always, make sure you like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and we will see you on the next Friday rant.